I saw Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. I liked it. There will be spoilers. You have been warned. Some people are sneaking into the forest to steal magical creatures. They got caught by Maleficent, and it is later said that 2 out of 3 were killed. The other one got back to the kingdom. He gave the creature to someone to do experiments on it. The guy also took a flower, a magical flower. Later, Prince Philip asked Aurora to marry him. She said yes, but Maleficent didn't want her to. Philip's parents were shown, and I don't trust the queen. I don't trust his mother. Aurora and Maleficent were invited to dinner at the palace. At the dinner, the king got put under a sleeping curse. Everyone thought it was Maleficent, but I knew it was the queen. I don't trust the queen. I didn't trust the queen the entire movie. Maleficent got shot down after leaving the palace. Someone found her and saved her and brought her to a place with people that look exactly like her, like with wings and horns. Back to everyone else, all the creatures got invited to the wedding. After that, we see the queen in the lab with the guy experimenting on magical creatures. He's making a way to kill all of them because the queen told him to. They use that to test it on one of the creatures and kills it. After that, because they needed more of the flowers, they send people back into the forest to get more. Maleficent senses something is going on and leaves to go back there. 2 of the guy fairy things that Maleficent is, 2 of those guys follow her and go with her. One gets killed or shot and is dying. The other gets even angrier because he already wants to start a war on the humans. The flowers were where Maleficent and the people of that area buried their dead. In the morning of the wedding, Philip gives Aurora a flower that his mother gave him from where the people destroyed. So they took a flower and must have given it to the queen. So she gave it to Philip to give to Aurora. She knew what that flower was and must have known something was wrong. Because she knew something was going on, I think. The guy fairy thing that got shot is dying. And back in the castle, Aurora went down to the lab. I forget how she got there. I just remember her going there. And she found the fairies and the scientist guy, who was a creature that lost his wings. And she knew what was going on because of the spindle giving her a vision. The spindle with the needle gave her a vision before she touched it. She knew that something was going on and knew the queen was doing something. That's when the queen got there with some guards and took her away and locked her in a room. Both sides, the humans and the creatures, were preparing for war. It is figured out that the queen cursed the king. Aurora remembered what the mark she had looked like, and compared to the king's, it was exactly the same. Maleficent got to the fight, and after a while, eventually got shot down by the queen. She got shot with the metal and flower powder that the people made, or the scientists made, trying to protect Aurora. She was protecting Aurora from being shot by the queen and disintegrated. Aurora's tears brought Maleficent back as a giant phoenix. It was said earlier that Maleficent was descended from a phoenix. The battle ended and everyone was happy again. Except some people stayed as plants or stayed dead. Like the blue fairy, I forget her name, that was turned into a blue flower. And Maleficent turned the queen into a goat. That was a joke they made earlier about turning the prince into a goat. And Aurora and Philip got married. Maleficent left the kingdom. Maleficent said she'll be back at the christening, which I think means Aurora is pregnant. So, there may be Maleficent 3, I don't know. Now for what I think. I thought it was a good movie, I liked it. I knew the queen would be evil the whole time. It was sort of obvious based on who she was and ordering weapons at the beginning and trying to shoot one or use one of the weapons. I just knew the queen would be evil. I sort of got sad at the end when everyone started dying. So, yeah. Okay, that's my review. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe. Bye.